these are tips and strategies that if you implement during your pre-launch phase, you will be able to have successful 5- and 6-figure launches.
I attract money, wealth is in my reach. I got everything I want and everything I need. I keep my mind open, abundance overflows. I budget right and I know where all my money goes. I am debt free and money works for me. Money in my sleep, a magnet for prosperity.
What up, Kingdom Builders? Welcome back to my channel. I am Ebony Evaughn, your favorite business launch strategist in these internet streets. I coach corporate professionals and first-time entrepreneurs on how to turn their skills, their talents, and expertise into profitable online businesses. Welcome to Social Land. This is my internet home where I help you to go from confused to the cash generating boss that we both know you are meant to be. In today's video, we are going to be talking about pre-launch strategies. All right, so when I started my channel, I wanted to be very intentional about using this platform to provide online coaches, consultants, and course creators with strategies in order to build successful online businesses. And my very first video that I posted literally has kind of gotten a life of its own, and it's really started to take off. And it was all about my 5-phase launch system for being able to have a profitable launch. And since I posted that video, I've gotten so many questions or messages about pre-launching and what you should do before your actual launch day to have a successful launch. So in this video, I'm going to be answering all of those questions and giving you guys the blueprint for what you should be doing in your pre-launch phase, okay? First things first is you want to build your audience, okay? From day one, way before your launch, as soon as you start your business, as soon as you come up with an offer, you should start building your audience. Even though this is something that starts early on in your polling and your pre-launch phase, building your audience is a lifetime strategy, okay? You should have an ever-evolving door. You know how like you go into the fancy hotels or stores and they have the revolving door that's like continuously going in a circle, right? That's how it should be when you're building your audience. You want to continuously build your audience forever, okay? Until your business no longer exists, you should be building your audience. This is an ongoing thing because you always want to have fresh eyeballs, new people coming in contact with your business that will actually be interested, excited, and enticed enough to actually buy your products and services. So first things first is you want to build your audience. So many people wait till launch day and then expect everyone to go rushing to their website, but no one knows about it, right? That is the wrong thing to do, baby girl. You should be building your audience the entire time. So when you launch, you have an audience of interested, excited, and people who are anticipating your launch and ready to actually swipe their credit cards and buy your stuff. So that's the first thing. You want to make sure that you're continuously building your audience. Do not wait till launch day to then go try to find clients because you're going to hear crickets. Okay? So tip number 2 is you want to make sure that you test your tech, okay? You want to make sure that the tech gods are in your favor and that everything is working how it's supposed to, that your sales page is set up so all your links on your sales page are working, all the buttons on your sales page are working. You want to make sure that any links that you're using that direct traffic to your sales page are working. If you're not using a sales page and you're sending people to like a PayPal me link or a Stripe link or something like that, make sure your links work. Make sure you have the proper tools and payment processors set up so that you can collect payments. nothing is worse than actually planning a lunch and then people can't even check out because your payment processor is not connected, it doesn't work in a specific country, or you haven't completed what you need to on the back end to actually be able to accept payments. So make sure that you're testing out all of the tech and the tech gods are in your favor for the day of your launch. So let's get into the third pre-launch strategy, and this is going to be showcasing your expertise. In this phase, what you want to do is before you launch, once you create your offer, once you're clear on your messaging and who you're targeting with your offer, the product or service, the course, whatever it is that you're going to be selling, you want to make sure that now that you're building your audience, that you are showcasing your expertise in front of your audience. And this shows up in so many different ways. This is the point where you want to be educating people about what you're offering. This is the point where you want to be educating people on how your products and services are the solution to the problems or issues that they're having. This is a time when you want to be showcasing behind the scenes activities and events of you working on getting prepared for this launch. This is when you want to be exciting people about what you have coming. This is when you want to be enticing people so that they're getting eager, they can't wait for launch day because they're ready to just rush to your website and buy up everything that you're putting out, right? So this is what you want to be doing, is really showcasing your expertise, positioning yourself as an authority figure, the expert, so that when your offer launches, people are ready to buy it. It's a no-brainer. They already know that they need what you're selling and they're just waiting for it to go live, for it to be available for them to consume, okay? So this is probably the most important step in your pre-launch phase, is really building that excitement and anticipation, and again, building your audience, okay? Because if you do not build your audience, you are going to launch to crickets. Okay, people forget this step so much. I don't know how many people I come across where they will literally just think that on launch day they can set a launch day, and on launch day just hit publish, and then all of a sudden like their website is going to be flooded with raving fans and so much traffic. And it's like, if you didn't do anything to prepare for that traffic, or you didn't create the traffic to go to your website, like how do you think that people are just going to miraculously know that you launched a website? Like, it would be really, really awesome if there was a tool that like whenever a website went live, it automatically just sent blast to the whole world to say like, hey, this person just launched a website. But to my knowledge, that doesn't exist. But maybe someone will create it one day. But until then, you have to build your audience so that you can get them excited for what's to come with your launch, okay? All right, so let's get into tip number 4. This is another really, really, really important strategy if you want to be able to launch to clients, and it's also a way for you to be able to test out your actual offer, your messaging, and the product itself. And this is building a wait list. So if you know that you're launching on the first of the month, then while you're actually getting everything ready to go in the background, you can literally build a wait list. And basically when I say build a wait list, literally you can just create like a landing page on your website that says coming soon. And it's like, if you want to be the first one to know when we officially launch, you can add the date and time, and then make sure you enter your contact information here, and then you can give them some type of incentive for actually giving you their contact information and signing on to the wait list, right? So when you do your wait list, some good incentives to get people to enter their contact information is by telling them they're joining a VIP list. So maybe they'll get early access before your official launch day, maybe 12 hours before, 24 hours beforehand. They will have first dibs on your offer. Maybe you're offering them a exclusive introductory discounted rate that's going to be a little bit steeper discount than what's going to be available on your lunch day, right? Add some type of incentive so that people are like, yes, I need to be in this club. People love exclusivity, and then people love when you can basically just like help them help themselves, right? So instead of them having to remember to come back to your website on lunch day, by them getting the email communications and signing up for your wait list, they don't have to try to remember because you are going to send them a reminder, right? So that is one of the biggest incentives for actually having a wait list, is like you're literally building a collection of people who you already know are interested in what you're offering, and they're also going to be more likely to actually purchase on your lunch day. So when you create your wait list, simply a one page that says coming soon with the date and time of your lunch, some type of incentive for actually entering their contact information, joining the wait list. And I always recommend collecting. I've seen a lot of people just have the little box to collect email addresses, but I would say at a minimum, you need to get their phone number, their email address, and their first name. I would add last name and phone number as optional, but definitely don't just have an email box. And the reason why I say that is because in the future, when you're sending them emails, I like to send personalized emails. So that's why I like to have their first name. But then also now you can send SMS, text messaging alerts and reminders as well. So in order to be able to do that, even if you're not going to use text messaging for your lunch, you can still have their phone numbers in the future if you do decide to implement text messaging into your sales strategies. All right, so let's get into the last tip that I have for you, and this is to validate. Okay, the whole purpose of your pre-lunch phase is so that when you do your official launch, you can launch to paying customers. You don't have to go through trial and error and wonder why people aren't buying, what's going on, what's not working. If you take care of that in your pre-launch phase, then you should have a seamless official launch phase. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say like your pre-launch phase and your lunch phase and all of the different phases that are involved in your lunch, make sure you go back and check out this video right here where I talk about the 5-phase lunch strategy, and I break down the entire lunch strategy from start to finish. Okay, but in your pre-launch phase, this is an opportunity for you to, number one, generate pre-sales because you're building your wait list. You can launch and do a soft launch to your email list, those people that join the wait list. But this is also an opportunity for you to validate your messaging, to make sure that you're communicating what you're offering to the right people, so you get to validate your audience, the people that you're targeting with your messaging and who your product is for. And it also gives you an opportunity to validate your actual offer itself. So if you get to your pre-launch phase and you don't get anyone to sign up for your wait list, you don't get anyone to buy during your early access pre-launch or soft launch, if you don't get any people to start following you on social media, joining your email list, so you're not building an audience, then this means you may want to reassess, pivot, or really go back to square one, right? If you don't get results in your pre-launch phase, there's no reason to actually go to your official launch phase, right? Because the numbers are not there. I say this all the time. One of the most important business lessons that I have learned was from one of my mentors who said that business is not personal. It is all math. It is a numbers game. So many people launch to no clients, because they simply don't have the numbers. They don't have the audience. They don't have the people there to actually to be able to buy when they do launch their offer. So if anything is broken in your pre-launch phase, this is your opportunity to go back, tweak, fix, repeat, so that you can test it out, go through the pre-launch phase again, and then when you get to your official launch, you will be able to launch to paying clients. That is how you get to 5-figure and 6-figure launches, okay? It's a system, it's a process, and it is a numbers game. So those are the tips I have for you in your pre-launch phase so that you can have a successful launch. I guarantee if you implement the tips that I just shared with you in this video, this is how you get to 5- and 6-figure launches, all right? So until I upload another video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell so you get alerts next time I upload another video just like this one. And until the next video, you can check out these amazing videos all about successful launches right here and right here. All right, bye y'all.